Florida International against Penn State. Before we get into the game itself, the thing we did not see last week was a punt. Penn State didn't punt at all last week. James Franklin talked this week and did say Gabriel Nwosu is the starting punter for Penn State, taking over for Riley Thompson.
Yeah.
So that is the I guess player news we've got from Penn State. I mean, that's it. Like, but even so,
look, Gabe. Let me say this about Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain people that have a lot of power that when they hit the ball, you could be over at Panzer Stadium and you're saying, oh, Gabe must have punted one. Because when he hits it, everybody can hear it. The key for him is that he has become incredibly consistent. He's always been able to bomb it.
He's got a cannon. It's just consistently getting it where he wants it to.
Before he'd be, let's just take 10 punts. And I'll probably exaggerate a little bit here, but 5 of them would be like, whoa. And, and 5 of them would be like, oh. All right. Okay. And then it improved to 7. Wow. And 3. Whoa. Well, now he's at the point where it's 9.5. Wow. And every once in a while, you're like, oh, okay. Right? I mean, it's just, he's become just, he's always had the powerful leg. But now he's become exponentially more consistent with that powerful leg. And his release to get rid of it's really good. I mean, he's like, it doesn't take him a long time. He makes the catch, right, and belts it out of there. So he already is an excellent kickoff guy. And
when my brother came here for a Penn State game in 2023, my brother said, and I quote, "Who is that guy, and why is he so gigantic?" And I looked and I was like, oh yeah, that's Gabe Nwosu. He's he was doing kickoffs 2 years ago, and he was like, why is he so gigantic? And I was like, he is. He's 6'6", and he's listed at 297.
Yeah.
And at some point,
and that's a recent weight, by the way.
If I can say, I don't want my punters to pull the ball down and run with it, but if I had to have one to run with it, I wouldn't be mad if Gabe Nwosu was the one who had to run with the ball. And if like something happens, has to just get out of there and just run. 6'6", 300 pounds. If I'm, let's say, you're Darren Sproles back in the day, all 5'7" of you have to go run and try and tackle him. He's got a foot on me and like 100 pounds on me. I'm scared.
Let me put it this way.
When
they ran the fake punt last year, it went to Luke Reynolds. Okay.
So, Penn State, Florida International. What are you watching for? I know Kajon Owens, the running back, Florida International.
Very good, and Curry's a good running back too. They're an RPO team.
And then Keon Jenkins, their quarterback. I believe his nickname is Lights Out. I think is what he's been called.
Yeah, they're an RPO team. I mean, they'll bring that challenge of, okay, where's the ball? Make sure it's a run. Make sure it's a pass. So they'll bring that to us. They do that. Willie Simmons is a very good coach. He did a great job at Florida A&M. And last week with Bethune-Cookman, that was his first game at FIU. They have a lot of transfers on the team. I think their defense is okay. I think there are some areas of their defense where they run a little bit better than Nevada does. A little bit better, but they're okay. Offensively, Jenkins is the key to the whole thing. And again, Owens ran the ball well. I think Curry's a good running back. Demps is probably their best wide receiver. He had been a running back, but he's the best wide receiver. He's not bad. I mean, that's what they are. But it's another game that you want to sit there with 5 minutes to go in the first half and feel like you have control of the game. Last week, Penn State got 73 players into the game. And remember, 2 of the 73 players were not Zariah Fisher or Zion Tracy.
I was going to say, because those 2 didn't play. So then you include those, you have 75 guys, pretty much.
So that was invaluable to get those guys in the game.
We got to see Chaz Coleman, Darius Dixon, freshman got in earlier than just garbage time at the end when you're just getting players in at the end. Like, they were playing real snaps.
Right. And again, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that was invaluable. Well, can you duplicate that tomorrow? We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to get to the lead to do that. Because last week in an opening game, sometimes you can get a little sloppy, opening games. Well, last week, where was Penn State sloppy? Tackling was good.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of the gate, tackling was good. +3 giveaway takeaway. You had no turnovers. You're +3, scored 16 off of that. And you only had 5 penalties in the game, and the last one was total BS.
And only, as we said earlier this week, only one of them was a real penalty.
Right.
That was it.
But in real time,
it was a clean game.
In real time, things get called.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. I understand that completely. But when I was talking about there was only one real penalty in the game, it's because I'm just explaining, hey, look, they actually played, even in that regard, cleaner than people think. So they played a clean opening game. Well, okay, now you got to go out and play another clean second game, because now you have a game under your belt, and they had, to be honest with you, a really good week of practice.
Okay. What are you watching for on the Penn State side of things? Start with the offense. What are you watching for in this game? Things that we saw week 1, looking for in week 2.
You want to see the run game get going. Now, I always find it interesting. They're talking about, this guy didn't get a lot of touches. That guy didn't get a lot of touches. I'm sitting there like going, okay, let's do a quiz. How many footballs are there? Just one. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't go into the game going, well, I'm going to give Singleton 12 carries. I'm going to give Allen 14, and we're going to throw 8 times to Pena. No, it doesn't work out that way.
No.
You just go after them, and whatever they're giving you, you take. And now, do I want to see the running game get going the way we know it's capable of being outstanding? Absolutely. That'd be the thing I would look at along the way, because I think a lot of other parts fell into place nicely for them last week.
Yeah. I'm looking at a little more. I want to see how they utilize Devontae Ross more another week, get him healthy, how he can get integrated more into the offense, because I think we saw a lot of it with Pena and Hudson last week, how Pena, he was put all over the field, and he was used in different ways. He had an end around at some point. They used him in different ways. Kotelnicki put them to work.
Well,
and now I'm okay. And you've gotten Ross one more week. How can he get integrated along with these guys?
But this is what I like about what they did in the transfer portal, is they didn't bring in 3 of the same guy.
They're all 3 different builds, 3 different skill sets.
Yeah, 3 different sets of 3 different skill sets there.
The only commonality is they're all high-level players. It's the only commonality between the 3.
You need a tough catch, Hudson. Right? You got a guy that can give you that, little end around, find the dead spots in the zone, runs for great routes. He's a lot like Parker Washington, Pena. Right? You want a guy to boom, hey, here we go. Catch me if you can, Ross.
Yeah.
Right? Different skill sets. I mean, and that's a great luxury for a quarterback. I think it's also tough to defend, because now, you can throw out whatever combination you want. You got to sit back and go, okay, who do I have now? What does he do? Instead of you throwing out 3 guys and hey, look, they all do the same thing. We could care less.
So I'm intrigued by how the receiver group looks this week with Ross. I'm also intrigued on the defensive side by the linebacker group, because if RPOs are the big thing, of course, a lot of that comes down to the linebacker play.
I really like Campbell.
Campbell was all over the field. He was cleaning up everything.
Campbell, I really like. You could see from day one, with all due respect, you felt like that was an upgrade there. With all due respect. Okay, I'm not trying to put anybody down. Sometimes you just look at somebody and you say that,
he's a real good player.
That guy's better. He's a really good player. And Campbell is. Rojas, I think, is poised to have a big season. I think Rojas has picked up almost everything Jim's talked about. Almost everything Jim's talked about, you feel like Rojas has an excellent handle on it. He's already a terrific athlete to begin with. I mean, he ran 4.37, 4.38.
It's crazy.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Right? And he's healthy. And when you're healthy, health brings with it confidence. right? If you're banged up, you know you're banged up. You know it, okay? You're getting through it, but you know it. And when you're healthy,
you have a little extra pop, a little extra burst to you.
You have confidence. You let it hang out more because you feel good. And so
intrigued to see how they look. And it should be about.
And again, I want to see how Dixon plays again. I want to see
Coleman.
I want to see if he's just a sophomore, but I want to see Day Lane if he continues to make progress. I thought he had a good opening game, to be frank with you.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good opening game. Get King Mack involved more. Antoine Belgrave shorter. This is invaluable for him as a first-time starter at that safety spot to continue to get more reps. I think he had the most reps of anybody on defense last week.
I'm also intrigued by the defensive front. Of course, if Zariah Fisher's healthy, he'll probably play a little bit, but he's not going to play every snap. He's going to rotate. And I'm intrigued to see the guys who, again, still rotate in, who we got to see last week, the Chaz Colemans, Ivan Camajos of the world. I'm really intrigued to see how they look.
Jalen Harvey.
And
Malachi Williams.
I'm really intrigued to see how they look because, as you said, like the NFL, they're rotating. And in college, they're rotating. Right. And the best teams can rotate talent. And there's only one way to get better, which is to play. So I want to see how these guys look as we go through the season. And these first 3 games especially have a lot of wiggle room to learn, to grow, to get better. And they're sitting here. And, I mean, Findana Sutton has a heck of a game. And then what can we see going forward from everyone else now? Like, what can they all bring to this table for this team? So,
and again, it's one game. And you want to be a better football team after game 2 than game 1. It's not automatic. The really good teams are the ones that make the most improvement between game 1 and game 2. In other words, we've taken to heart in practical application what we did in game 1. And now this is where we need to improve, and they do it. It's not an automatic thing that happens.
But
it's not
can.
automatic. But the really good teams do improve from game 1 to game 2 because they're dedicated to improving.
So we'll see how they can improve coming into this week. Other college football games going on around the nation. Mr. Steve Jones. We, of course, tomorrow have some of the noon games. You have San Jose State versus Texas, Illinois versus Duke, East Texas A&M, Florida State.
Illinois-Duke is a really, really interesting game.
Mensa's a good quarterback.
Illinois is a terrific quarterback. Altmaier's a terrific quarterback. Manny's an excellent defensive mind. Bielema wants to take the ball if he can get to the lead, use his running game and his power up front. I think Illinois has become aggressive defensively, which really helps. But the game I believe is in Durham.
It is in Durham,
and I think it's only a 2.5 point.
It is a 2.5 point spread to Illinois. Looking at about a 50-point number. So they're basically saying you get to 26 or 25, you should win the game. That's what they're saying. But it's pretty much going to be the 30, would be my guess. The other game going on at noon, the game that everyone's at for the big games, you've got in Ames, Iowa State.
Let me make a point about Iowa for a second. What's been their biggest problem offensively in recent years? Throwing the ball. So they bring Gronowski in from South Dakota State. Threw the ball a lot there and was a big reason why they won an FCS national title. I mean, they threw for 43 yards last week.
They threw it like 9 times.
They threw for 43 yards?
Someone made the point, he may have had better skill position players at South Dakota State than he does at Iowa.
I'll be honest, I think this game's in Ames,
It is in Ames. There's a chance something bad happens.
Look, I think Iowa is Iowa has had some excellent defenses. I think this year's defense is very good and has not shown me yet that it's excellent. Offensively, you feel like he's an upgraded quarterback, but does he have upgrades around him? And he doesn't have, there's no Caleb Johnson back there. He never had Caleb Johnson. Iowa did, but he didn't.
He's got Xavier Williams at running back.
I mean, if I'm Gary Dolphin, my good friend, great friend, I'm uneasy about tomorrow. I'm uneasy about it because I'm not sure I feel like Rocco Becht has played well in the first two games. I think that Iowa State, they got better in game two. They won. Okay, game one, they won, but the game was sloppy.
Yeah,
it was not well coached. You're watching like one baffling decision after another on both sides. I'm saying, what are we doing here, right? And then I thought Becht, until the end, really didn't have a great game, and I didn't feel like Iowa State had a great game and got away with it and won. Then last week they played, you could tell, like, okay.
They improved.
Now
we head down to Norman, to Oklahoma. Michigan, Oklahoma, the big matchup this week, 15 versus 18. John Mateer, Bryce Underwood. I just have so many questions about these teams still.
I don't know how good either team is, to be honest with you. Remember, Oklahoma last year in a 16-team SEC did finish 15. We know last year that Michigan, when it came time to throw the ball, right, everybody in their sideline found religion. Oh, please. Okay. All right. Now you have Underwood. I think the Michigan receivers are no better than okay. I think Morgan's pretty good. But the rest of the guys are like, whatever.
Haynes is a good running back.
He's good. Not great, but he's good. Mateer is the key to the whole thing for Oklahoma. They got rid of Jackson Arnold. I mean, they essentially showed him the door. They drew lots to see who took him to the airport. And they bring in Mateer. Washington State seems to have produced a few, Cam Ward. And Mateer had a good opening game. And it's good. I think I'm anxious to watch the game to see because Underwood will face more pressure for obvious reasons. I mean, this is not New Mexico. It's Oklahoma. So he'll see more pressure. Okay, let's see how he handles it. He may handle it very well. Mateer is going to go up against a Michigan defense, which is very, very good, not great. And
but it's a good defense.
These are two teams I think that are good. Neither one is great, but I think it's an intriguing matchup. Just like Oklahoma State playing Oregon is a somewhat intriguing matchup because Oklahoma State is a Power 4 school. Gundy is a good coach. And for Oregon, I think the game is in Eugene.
Oregon is playing their game this week against Oklahoma State in Eugene. Yes.
Right. And, Moore last week, I think, threw 3 touchdown passes.
3 touchdowns, 213 yards in the air.
Right. Okay. Well, now let's see against this group. How do you do?
Yeah.
All right. So they'll win the game by at least 2 touchdowns. But I think it'll give you a better read on who Oregon is at this point. It'll give you a better read on Moore now as an Oregon starting quarterback who, to his credit, after transferring from UCLA, he sat back and backed up last year. And he stayed.
He did.
He stayed.
The over-under, you've got Oklahoma's favored by 5.5 points against Michigan. It's the race to 24 is the number there.
Yeah.
Then for Oregon, they're favored by 27.5 points. It's 55.5 point lines. So you're looking at pretty much the first one to 30.
Right.
Kind of what they're looking for there, but Oregon's favored by almost 30 points. For Penn State, they are favored by 42.5 points. 53.5 is the spread here in Happy Valley. So we'll see what tomorrow's got.
And I say this with all due respect. I'm glad Kyle does that stuff.
I just go through and list
right,
it.
Only because I know a lot of you are into that. I don't care. But I also do understand that you care. I do understand that. I don't mean you. I mean the audience.
The audience.
Right. I understand you care. There's certain segments out that you do care. All I care about is winning the damn thing.
And we will be able to hear tomorrow. Our pregame show starts at 9 a.m. Myself, Thomas Frank Carr, on the bus and on Big Country Legends. You come on the air at 10:30 a.m., more reasonable hour. You, Jack Ham, Roger Corey, Brian Tripp, and the crew, you guys hop on the air.
Pat Kraft and I were talking on Wednesday, and he goes, Steve, I'm so glad the game is at noon. I said, so am I. Last week I was like, waiting around. Right. And By the way, Arch Manning will probably have a good game tomorrow, but it's San Jose State, and it's still not going to tell you much of anything.
Nope.
Thanks for listening to Sports Talk with Steve Jones. Catch the latest from me on the 7 Mountain Sports YouTube page. Find clips of the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching up 7 Mountain Sports.